We now focus on the world of business, and you're still watching Easy Friday, and Kenya Power is calling for the lifting of the moratorium on onboarding new independent power producers to increase electricity generation. Managing Director Engineer Joseph Siror says demand for electricity is steadily growing, necessitating the need to prepare by licensing more electricity generators. Now, Engineer Siror made these remarks as Kenya Power announced a first-half net profit of 9.97 billion shillings, prompting the firm to end a 9-year interim dividend payout drought. Kenya Power reported a net profit of 9.97 billion shillings for the 6-month period ending December 2024, compared to the 319 million shillings recorded during the same period the previous year. The profit was powered by a 5% increase in electricity sales, reduced power purchase costs, and lower finance costs.
But if you have to compare the tariff that customers pay from looking back at when it was approved in 2023 to the end of the period we are announcing or talking about today, it has reduced by about 1.5 shillings. So year in, year out, the tariff has actually been on a downward trend. So that in as much as we sold more units, the revenue we got from those more units is actually less than what we got for the previous period. And the main driver here is that reduction in the tariff year by year as we look at the tariff control period.
Engineer Siror says Kenya's peak power demand has risen to 2,304 megawatts against the current available capacity of 2,320 megawatts, leaving a very narrow reserve margin. The utility firm is urging the immediate lifting of the moratorium on new power generation projects to meet the surging demand.
It should have been lifted like yesterday. I think you already see the razor thin margin that we have between that is the difference between our installed capacity and the latest peak.
Engineer Siror raised concerns over rising cases of vandalism, revealing that Kenya Power lost 100 transformers during the period. He called for stricter measures, including a ban on copper exports, to curb the menace.
That vice really has to stop. It has to stop for the sake of our villagers, it has to stop for the sake of our relatives, and indeed for the sake of this country.